Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am attempting English language main sectional mock test number 2 in textbook app. This is in the section of IBPS RRB PO mains English language main sectional test 2. If anyone waiting for a good mock test series which is same as our real examination level, so for that candidates I suggested this textbook app. This is same as our real examination level. All mocks, not only RRB PO but also IBPS PO and SBA PO, SBA clerk. So it consists many mocks. From August 1st onwards, the future officer sale starts in this textbook app. If anyone wants to purchase a good mock test series, so please utilize this opportunity in this future officer sale. If you will use my coupon code Testbook to get 12% offer on available plans. So on the occasion of this future officer sale, textbook pass pro cost only 527. It is very reasonable price. Its actual price is 699. Due to this officer sale, it's only 527. So don't forget to use my coupon code Testbook. Okay, let's get started. So first 1 to 8 questions are from reading comprehension. And 9th question is filling the blanks. So considered to be an dash actor in Bollywood. Obscure, I think. Obscure references to. The professor made evident actor. The professor made that properly introducing references. Obscure, I think. Next, she tried to dash more plants through her house plants. She tried to distribute. The minister of my area is a dash man who never seems to be upset about anything. See, the dash man the phlegmatic man did not show any emotion. I think it is rapport. Amit is dash about his vegetarianism because he eats chicken. Instead of giving me another candid story. Next, abjuration. I don't know about that. Perseverances. Implement. The software company decided to implement new policy. She used a new implement to state the implement. I think A and C. Next, 16 to 20 also reading comprehension. And given which sentences are grammatical and meaningfully incorrect, parents can find something for their children to do besides sitting at home. Is a great at delivering lines under pressure. And swapping words, misspelled words. This disconnect between the dash and electoral politics. This disconnect between the ideology and electoral politics being what it is, there is no guarantee that the BJP party ideology has. Next, or supplement the guarantee that sublimated, I think option E. Next, it remains to be seen whether aliens decade for aggrandizement, decade for, I think option D. Under MICA, stablecoin issuers must implement immediate is wrong. At this apparent commitment, performance substantive commitment substantive compulsion. Commitment substantive the Genesis provision drastically modifying consciously. Option B. Next, in the following question, two sentences are given with some underlined phrases which are correct. Phrases of sentence 2 could replace phrase of sentence 1 without altering original meanings. At the beginning of his speech, Finn found it is important to mention the event. So B, and it is necessary to touch on the starcast of the event. Today's of the interview, to ensure to print the name of the interview, another must ensure his consent. I asked his permission to make sure of a comfortable ride. B, I asked his consent. CD. Next, he takes after his mother, resembles his mother. I think AT. Takes after his he resembles his mother. He resembles after any. His mother, anyway, side of your family. Next, the rules are too nebulous to be applied consistently. They must concur in their judgment. No taint of dishonor. EEBD. The rules are too nebulous to be. They must concur in their judgment. He was exculpated by the testimony several witnesses, and I detest violence with my being. Next, 36 to 40 again, reading comprehension, filling the blanks. On close test, not filling the blanks. On February 7, 2016, roughly a month after an alleged hydrogen bomb test, North Korea claimed to have put a satellite into low Earth orbit. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe had warned the North to and supported the not to not launch. Press not to launch. And if it did and the rocket violated Japanese territory, would be shut down. North Korea launched the rocket anyway. Climbing the satellite was purely intended for peaceful. Anyway, climbing the satellite was purely intended for peaceful scientific purposes. Anyway, climbing the satellite was purely intended for tranquil scientific purpose. Next. Have criticized the launch, and despite North Korea claims that the rocket was peaceful purposes, it has been heavily criticized as an attempt. And China also criticized the launch, however, urged 11 parties to take part in the tensions on the. While some North Korean pronouncements have been treated with the complete and ridicule analysis, charity analyst treated with growth. Have been treated with the full rigor of law. If North Korea rocket and nuclear testing is early. Retained their shape and less treated the. Next. Precision Air Flight 494 PW 494 was a scheduled domestic passenger flight in Tanzania from Dar es Salaam International Airport to Bukoba Airport on 6 November 2022. The ATR 42-500 plane crash landed in Lake Victoria while attempting to land during the bad weather and low visibility conditions. At least 19 people were killed out of 39 passengers and 4 crew members. The aircraft involved in the accident was 12-year-old ATR 42-500 named Bukoba with serial number 819 registered as 5HPWF. It was delivered to Precision Air on August 2010. The aircraft was powered by two Pratt Whitney Canada PW1 turboprop engines. There were 39 passengers and 4 crew members on board, including one infant. The majority of those were Tanzanians, and the local media stated that at least 2 were Kenyans, including the first officer. The pilot of the craft was identified as Captain Burhani Bubaga, while the co-pilot was identified as First Officer Peter Odhiambo. Antonym of deteriorating. Ameliorate means to make better. Rescuing. Venturing. Third paragraph. Local fishermen was the first to arrive at the scene of the crash. They broke the rear door by smashing it with a rowing oar, successfully rescuing those who were seated at the back. Both pilots were still conscious and alive as there was no water leakage inside the cockpit. A fisherman tried to break the cockpit windows with an axe, but was advised to stop by those in communication with the pilots. He then tied a rope to the cockpit emergency door and tried to pull it open by using other nearby boats. The rope snapped, however, knocked him unconscious. Rescue workers arrived at the scene to rescue those still trapped inside the aircraft. According to the Albert Chalomila, the chief administrator of Kagera region, emergency workers were in touch with the pilots in the cockpit and attempted to pull the plane closer to the shore using ropes and cranes. Of the 43 people on board, 19 died, including both pilots. Both pilots drowned before rescue workers could reach them. The passengers and the crew. Rescue and recovery of passengers. Next, fourth paragraph. Bukoba airport was closed until further notice. President Samia Suluhu Hassan tweeted, I have received with sadness the information of the crash of the Precision Air flight at Lake Victoria in the Kagera region. I send my condolences to all those affected by this incident. Let's continue to be calm as the rescue operation continues, and we pray to God to help us. Prime Minister Kasim Majalwa visited the site and said an extensive investigation would be carried out to determine the full causes of the crash. On 7th November, a funeral service was held at Kagera Kaitaba Stadium. Prime Minister Majaliwa, along with Muslim and Christian clerics, led prayers for the victims at Kaitaba Stadium, next, where hundreds of mourners had gathered. He later stated that the funeral cost would be covered by the government, adding that an additional shillings would be provided for the relatives of the victims. 10 lakhs. Next. Which of the following can be inferred? Response from the government. Next. What will fit in the blank taken from the passage? Survivors stated that the front portion of the aircraft was immediately filled with a large amount of water. The passenger further stated that they being informed immediately filled with a large amount of water. Began to pour out from sinking aircraft. Next. Local fisherman was the first to arrive. Local fisherman was the first to arrive at the scene of the crash. Emergency workers. As for the victims, emergency workers, Accordingly, possibly engaged landed due to agency workers. Conscious. There is the to rescue those who trapped inside the craft. Inside the craft. Here's the plan. So next. In 1981, the United Nations General Assembly declared the third Tuesday of September as International Day of Peace. This day coincided with the opening day of annual session of General Assembly. The purpose of the day was and still remains to strengthen the ideals of peace around the world. General Assembly. What is the motive of this day? Peace is possible throughout history. Peace better basic just today. National peace was established. Demands for acceptance. Synonym of obligated. Refused. Assembly mode of I think how many years after served annually? 2 decades 20. According ceasefire violence, and this depends on the closing annual day of life is better where peace is exist. Early on September. Next. Parents can find something for their children to do besides sitting at home. The professional actress is great at delivering lines under pressure but still get nervous on stage. Fatima was scared of flying, scrapped the seat in front of her. To higher elevation. And expect there to be 4 weekends. Next. I think option A is wrong, that is apparent. On February 7, 2016, roughly a month after an alleged hydrogen bomb test, North Korea claimed to have put a satellite into low Earth orbit. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe had, I think, no doubt on this. Let's not to launch. Next, and if it did, and the rocket while at Japanese territory, it would be shot down. North Korea launched the rocket anyway. Intended. I think it is tranquil is not, it is really. Next, criticized launch, and despite North Korea claims that the rocket was for peaceful purpose, and it has been heavily criticized. I think this is also true. It's a criticized launch, however, urged the relevant parties to take part in taking action for the escalate tensions. While some North Korean pronouncements have been, I think it is skepticism and ridicule. Pervasiveness. This time is over. So this is my score. I got 21.75 out of 40, 33 I attempted, and accuracy 72.73 and percentile 79.47. Let's see the solutions. Overall 33 attempted, 24 correct, 9 are wrong. So that is, second is rescuing, means it is geobarding, extricating. Amount of water, heavy turbulence, causing panic inside. Next 10, she tried to propagate. So these filling the blanks all are wrong. 10th is Indicious, and 15th is, I put the option A and C but all are correct, and 17th. So 17th, compel. Okay. Next 31, that is, I put the option AD BSCF but it's ADBE. Okay. Next, that is, parents can find something. So 21 to 25 questions are skipped. Parents can find something for the children to do besides sitting. Option 1, D, that is worth 1 and 2. I think beside from 1 and from besides means in addition. Second, that is besides. Still get nervousness. Still gets. And second one, the 2 4 weekends extra week. The terms difference between most of the occasional the Muslims and it is, and I think option A 1 and 3. Indefinite article is incorrect. Extra week is not. And singular. Next, the small child continuously cooked throughout the day, leading his mother. Child was sick. I think option 1, lady for revenge, he painted his house rainbow colors after the neighbors complained with the me off. I think 1 have an error. Sorry, 2 and 3. And 2 is proposition, it is incorrect. Comment by. Next, the apartment house where John lives is 5 stories high, and half an hour instruction from an experienced horse rider is not. Yeah, another answer. understanding the race. So D, it is worth 1 and 3. 3 is and C, that is 2 and 3. Failure. Next, so this is overall. So if anyone attempted this mock test, so please share your score, guys. Thank you.